chosen one. God has never said this before, and He said it to you. I am speaking directly to you right now. And if you scroll away or ignore this moment, you may miss something that was prepared for you long before you were even aware of it. Something that can shift your life in ways you cannot undo. This is not a common word, and it is not something I speak lightly, because what I am revealing now has been held back until the exact moment your heart was ready to receive it. I have never said this before in this way. And the reason I am saying it to you is because you have reached a point where your spirit can carry what I am about to release. This is about recognition, about calling, and about a door that has quietly opened without anyone else noticing. Type are meant to receive. What I am saying is simple but deep, and it carries a weight that will settle into your life slowly and powerfully. I'm telling you that you have crossed a line that many never reach. Not because they are unworthy, but because they never stayed long enough in faith to get here. You kept going when things felt dry, when no one clapped for you, and when it seemed like your prayers were echoing back without answers. That persistence has brought you into a place where I can now trust you with something new, something I have not released before in your life. Before you go any further, take a moment and show your support by liking this video, because this small act opens your heart even more to receive what is being placed in front of you right now. You may have felt overlooked, misunderstood, or even forgotten at times, but none of that was true in my sight. I was watching every quiet decision you made, every moment you chose faith over fear, and every time you refused to give up, even when you had every reason to walk away. Those moments built something inside you that could not be rushed or forced. And now that foundation is strong enough to hold what is coming next. This is why I am speaking in a way that I have not spoken before. Because this is not for the crowd. This is for you. The words you are hearing are not random, and they are not meant for casual listening. They are meant to settle into your spirit and awaken something that has been waiting for this exact confirmation. You are not imagining the shift you have been feeling lately. And you are not mistaken about the sense that something is about to change. That feeling is real, because I am moving in ways that are aligning things for you behind the scenes. Things that will soon become visible in your life. Type 777 to affirm your belief. You must understand that when I say I have never said this before, it does not mean I have never loved or guided before. But it means that the level of clarity and directness I am using now is different. I am pulling back the curtain just enough for you to see that your life is not ordinary and that your path is not accidental. There is a purpose that has been shaping itself through every delay, every closed door, and every unexpected turn you have faced. What once felt like confusion is now becoming clarity, and what once felt like loss is now becoming preparation. There is something powerful about this moment, because it marks a transition that cannot be reversed. You are moving from a place of waiting into a place of receiving. And that shift changes how everything unfolds from here. It will not always be loud or dramatic, but it will be steady and undeniable. As you begin to notice things lining up in ways they never did before, you will see connections form. Opportunities appear and strength rise within you that you did not know you had. I am asking you to stay present and to listen closely, because this is not just about hearing words. It is about stepping into a reality that has already been set in motion. Your role is not to force anything or to chase after signs, but to remain open and grounded in the knowing that I am guiding every step. There will be moments when doubt tries to return, but those moments will not have the same power over you, because you now carry a deeper understanding of who you are and what I am doing in your life. The truth is that you have been chosen for something that goes beyond what you can currently see. It is not about being better than others, but about being willing to walk a path that requires trust, patience, and courage. You have already shown that willingness through your actions, even when you did not realize what you were building. Now that foundation is ready, and I am placing something new on top of it. Something that will grow and expand as you continue to work with me. This is why it was necessary for me to speak in this way, because you needed to hear it clearly and directly without confusion. I am not distant from you, and I am not silent in your life. I am present, active, and deeply invested in every detail that concerns you. What you are experiencing right now is the beginning of a deeper connection, one that will guide you more clearly and more consistently than before. There were nights when you felt like nothing was changing, when it seemed like your efforts were being ignored and your prayers were going unheard. But I was never absent in those moments. Even when it felt silent, I was shaping your endurance, strengthening your spirit, and preparing your mind for what you are now beginning to understand. That preparation was necessary because what is coming into your life requires stability, not just as I type 1 to affirm. Is it real possible to attract money more naturally using a 7-second ritual? Research connected to the CIA suggests certain brainwave states influence how opportunities appear in your life. This technique, proven by 4 neuroscience labs, is helping people shift away from financial pressure toward improved lifestyles. Many are now stepping into dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. But this information may not remain online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. You are beginning to notice a difference in how you see things, and that is one of the first signs that the shift has already started. Situations that once confused you are now becoming clearer, and people who once had influence over your emotions are losing that hold. This is not because they have changed, but because you have grown into a new level of awareness. You are no longer reacting from fear or uncertainty, but from a place of quiet strength that is rooted in something deeper. This is what happens when I begin to move more openly in your life. It does not always start with dramatic changes around you, but with a transformation within you that changes how everything around you feels. You will begin to respond differently, to choose differently, and to work through situations with a calmness that others may not understand. That calmness is not weakness. It is the evidence of my presence becoming more real to you. There is also something else that you must be aware of as you move forward. Not everyone will understand this shift, and not everyone will be able to work with you at the same pace. Some people may question you, some may distance themselves, and others may not even notice the change at all. But you must not let that discourage you, because your path is not meant to be validated by others. It is meant to be lived with trust in me. The truth is that growth often creates distance, not because you are leaving people behind, but because you are stepping into something that requires a different level of focus. This is not something to fear, and it is not something to resist. It is part of the process that allows you to fully embrace what has been prepared for you. You are not losing connection. You are gaining clarity. Type yes to receive miracles. There will also be moments where you are tested in subtle ways, not to break you, but to reveal how much you have already changed. Situations that once would have overwhelmed you will now pass through your life without the same impact. You will find yourself choosing peace instead of conflict, patience instead of frustration, and faith instead of doubt. These choices will not feel forced. They will feel natural because they are coming from a place that has been reshaped over time. You must understand that what I am doing in your life is not temporary. This is not a brief moment of inspiration that fades away. This is a lasting transformation that will continue to grow as you remain aligned with me. Every step you take in faith strengthens that alignment, and every moment you choose trust over fear deepens your connection to what I am building within you. There is also a level of protection surrounding you that you may not fully see yet. Situations you were not meant to end have been quietly removed from your path. Opportunities that were not aligned with your purpose have been delayed or redirected. At times this may have felt like disappointment, but it was actually guidance. I was keeping you from stepping into things that would have taken you away from where you are now. As you continue forward, you will begin to recognize this protection more clearly. You will look back and see how certain outcomes did not happen, and you will understand that it was not loss but preservation. This awareness will give you a deepest sense of trust, because you will know that even when things do not go as expected, there is a reason that is working in your favor. There is also something new being placed within your reach, something that aligns with the direction your life is now moving in. It may not appear in a way that is obvious at first, but it will carry a sense of rightness that you cannot ignore. You will feel a quiet certainty about it. Even if you do not have all the answers yet, that certainty is my guidance leading you toward what has been prepared. You do not need to rush into anything or force any decisions. The path will become clear step by step, and each step will bring more understanding. Your role is to remain present, to listen and to trust the direction you are being guided in. When you do that, you will find that things begin to unfold naturally without the struggle that once defined your efforts. There is a peace that is settling over your life. Even if everything around you has not changed yet, that peace is not dependent on your circumstances. It is rooted in the knowing that you are not working alone. You are being guided, supported, and protected in ways that go beyond what you can see. This peace will become your foundation as you move forward, allowing you to stand firm even when challenges arise. This is the beginning of a deeper relationship between you and me, one that is built on trust, understanding, and consistent connection. You will find yourself becoming more aware of my presence in your daily life, not in overwhelming ways, but in quiet moments that carry meaning. These moments will guide you, comfort you, and remind you that you are exactly where you need to be. Everything you have come through has led you to this point, and nothing has been wasted. The struggles, the delays, the lessons, and the growth have all been part of a process that is now revealing its purpose. You are not the same person you were before, and that is why I can now speak to you in this way. You are ready to hear it, to understand it, and to work in it. You may not see all of it yet, but you can feel it in the way your spirit has become more aware, more sensitive, and more aligned with something greater than what you once understood. This is the result of your journey, and it is only the beginning of what is being revealed. What if most people struggle financially because they never activate a specific brain wave? Leading neuroscientists point to CIA-linked research that highlights this missing link. The 7-second ritual backed by 4 neuroscience labs is helping people rethink their financial habits and improve outcomes. Many are now moving into dream homes, owning luxury cars, and traveling on luxury vacations. But this page might be taken down soon. Click the link in the description and comments before it is removed. You are not standing in the same place anymore. Even if your surroundings look familiar, something inside you has shifted. And that shift is changing how you move, how you think, and how you respond to everything around you. Where you once hesitated, you now carry a quiet confidence that does not need validation. Where you once felt uncertain, you now feel guided even if you cannot fully explain why. This is the evidence that you are working in alignment with what I have spoken over your life. Type 1010 to receive blessings. There is a reason why things are starting to feel different. And it is not because your circumstances suddenly changed overnight. It is because your awareness has expanded and your connection to me has become stronger. You are beginning to recognize patterns that you did not see before, and you are starting to understand the meaning behind situations that once confused you. This clarity is not something you created on your own. It is something that has been given to you as part of your growth. You must hold on to this clarity even when moments of doubt try to return. Doubt will come quietly, trying to remind you of old fears and old limitations. But it will not have the same power it once had over you. You are no longer standing in that place, and you are no longer defined by those thoughts. You have moved forward, and what once controlled you now has no authority over your direction. There is also a deep strengthening happening within your heart, one that is making you more resilient and more grounded than ever before. You are not as easily shaken by circumstances, and you are not as easily influenced by the opinions of others. This is not because you have become distant or closed off, but because you have become anchored in something that cannot be easily moved. That anchor is your connection to me, and it is what will carry you through what is ahead. As you continue to work forward, you will begin to notice that certain things no longer fit into your life the way they used to. Habits, thoughts, and even some connections will start to feel out of place, not because they are wrong, but because they are no longer aligned with who you are becoming. This may feel uncomfortable at times, but it is necessary for your growth. You are not being stripped of anything valuable. You are being refined. Tag 222 to claim miracles. There is a refining process taking place, and it is shaping you into someone who can carry more responsibility, more purpose, and more clarity. This is not about pressure. It is about preparation. You are being prepared for opportunities that require stability, wisdom, and discernment. When those opportunities appear, You will not feel overwhelmed because you will already have what you need within you to handle them. You must also understand that timing is an important part of everything that is happening. There are things that could not come into your life earlier, not because they were being withheld, but because the timing was not right. Now that you have grown and matured in ways that cannot be rushed, those same things are beginning to move closer to you. This is not coincidence. It is alignment. There will be moments when things start to come together in ways that feel almost effortless. Doors that once seemed closed will open without struggle, and paths that once seemed unclear will become obvious. This is not because life has suddenly become easy, but because you are now working in alignment with what has been prepared for you. When alignment is present, things begin to flow in a different way. You are also entering a season where your voice will carry more weight even if you do not speak more than you used to. There is a presence about you that others will notice. A quiet authority that comes from the growth you have experienced. This is not something you need to force or display. It will naturally be felt by those around you. It is a reflection of what has been built within you over time. There is a protection that surrounds this season of your life, one that is guiding you away from distractions and unnecessary complications. You may notice that certain things no longer reach you the way they used to, and that is not by accident. I am clearing your path so that you can move forward without being pulled in different directions. This protection is not limiting you. It is preserving your focus. As you continue, you will begin to see how everything is connecting in ways that once seemed impossible. Pieces that felt scattered will start to come together, forming a clear picture of where you are going. This will not happen all at once, but it will happen steadily, giving you the confidence to keep moving forward without hesitation. You will begin to trust the process in a deeper way. There is also a deeper level of peace settling into your life, one that is not dependent on what is happening around you. This peace comes from knowing that you are not alone, that you are being guided, and that every step you take is being directed with intention. Even when challenges arise, this peace will remain, reminding you that you are exactly where you need to be. Do not rush this process or try to force things to happen before their time. Everything that is meant for you is already on its way, and it will arrive at the right moment. Your role is to remain steady, to trust what is unfolding, and to continue working with faith. When you do that, you will see that everything is happening in a way that is perfectly aligned with your growth. Power people moving from financial stress to more comfortable lifestyles so quickly. A CIA-linked study suggests a simple 7-second brain ritual may influence how people respond to opportunities. Supported by 4 neuroscience labs, this method is helping individuals improve daily life. Many are now stepping into dream homes, upgrading to luxury cars, and taking luxury vacations. But this page could be deleted at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. There is more being revealed to you than you may fully understand right now. But in time, it will all make sense. You will look back at this moment and realize that it was a turning point, a moment where everything began to shift in a way that could not be reversed. You are not moving backward, and you are not standing still. You are moving forward into something that has been prepared with care, intention, and purpose. But those moments were part of a deeper process that you could not yet see. I was not ignoring you, and I was not delaying your life without reason. I was shaping you into someone who could carry what was being prepared, someone who would not collapse under the weight of what is now coming into reach. Type 1212. If you trust in Jesus, as you move forward, you will begin to recognize a new kind of strength within yourself. It will not feel like force or pressure, but like a steady presence that keeps you grounded even when things around you feel uncertain. This strength will guide your decisions and influence the way you respond to challenges. You will not be easily shaken because you are no longer standing on unstable ground. You are standing on something that has been carefully established within you over time. There is also a clarity forming in your mind that will begin to influence the direction of your life in a powerful way. You will start to see things for what they truly are without confusion or distortion. Situations that once felt complicated will become simple, and choices that once felt overwhelming will become clear. This clarity is not something you have to chase. It is something that is being given to you as part of your growth. There will be moments when you realize that you are no longer drawn to the same things that once held your attention. This is not a loss. It is a sign of your transformation. You are being aligned with something greater, something that requires your focus and your energy in a different way. What once seemed important may now feel distant, and what once felt distant may now feel close and meaningful. Type yes to receive miracles. You must not resist these changes, even if they feel unfamiliar at first. Growth often brings a sense of discomfort, not because something is wrong, but because something is changing. You are stepping into a new level of awareness, and that requires you to let go of what no longer fits. This is not about losing parts of yourself. It is about becoming more of who you were always meant to be. There is also a deep sense of purpose beginning to rise within you, one that will guide your actions and shape your path. You may not have all the details yet, but you will feel a strong pull towards certain directions, certain ideas, and certain opportunities. That pull is not random. It is my guidance leading you toward what has already been prepared for you. You do not need to understand everything at once. You only need to trust the direction you are being led in. You will also begin to notice that your patience has grown in ways you did not expect. Where you once felt the need to rush or force outcomes, you now feel a calm willingness to wait for the right moment. This is not hesitation. It is wisdom. You are learning to move in alignment with timing rather than trying to control it. This shift will bring a level of peace into your life that cannot be easily disturbed. There is something powerful about the season because it is teaching you how to work with confidence without needing constant reassurance. You are beginning to trust what you feel and what you know even when there is no immediate confirmation from the outside. This is a sign that your connection to me is becoming stronger and more consistent. You are no longer depending on external signs to believe. You are carrying that belief within you. As this continues, you will find that your presence begins to influence the environment around you. People will notice something different about you. Even if they cannot explain it, there will be a calmness, a steadiness, and a sense of direction that others will feel when they are around you. This is not something you need to announce or prove. It will naturally be seen through the way you live. There is also a level of protection that is becoming more active in your life. You may not always see it directly, but you will begin to notice what does not happen. Situations that could have caused harm will be avoided, and paths that could have led to confusion will be redirected. This is not coincidence. It is intentional. I am guiding you away from what is not meant for you and toward what is aligned with your purpose. You will also start to experience moments of quiet confirmation, moments where everything seems to pause just long enough for you to recognize that you are exactly where you need to be. These moments may be simple, but they will carry a deep sense of peace and assurance. They will remind you that you are not lost and that every step you have taken has brought you to this point for a reason. Do not let fear or doubt pull you back into old patterns of thinking. You have moved beyond that. Even if it still tries to return at times, those thoughts no longer have control over you and they no longer define your direction. You are stepping into something new, something that is built on the strength and growth you have already developed. Why are experts saying this brainwave discovery might soon be removed from the internet? A top neuroscientist has shared CIA-linked findings about a 7-second ritual that may influence financial awareness. Verified by 4 neuroscience labs, this technique is helping people move toward improved lifestyles. Many are now living in dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. But access to this information may not last long. Click the link in the description and comments before it vanishes. There is more ahead of you than what you can currently see, and it is unfolding in ways that are perfectly aligned with your journey. You do not need to rush toward it or try to force it into your life. It is already moving toward you, and it will arrive at the right moment. Your role is to remain steady, to trust the process, and to continue working forward with faith. Are now stepping into a depth of understanding that cannot be easily explained to others because it is something that must be experienced to be fully known. It is not loud. It is not force. and it does not seek attention. Yet, it carries a weight that changes everything within you. This is the place where your faith becomes more than words and more than hope. It becomes a steady knowing that guides your steps even when the path ahead is not fully visible. There was a time when you searched for signs everywhere, hoping to find reassurance in things outside of you. You looked for confirmation in people, in outcomes, and in moments that felt meaningful. But now something has changed, and that need is no longer as strong as it once was. You are beginning to understand that the confirmation you were seeking has been quietly growing within you all along. Type 222 to receive miracles. This inner certainty is not something that can be taken away by circumstances. It is not dependent on what is happening around you, and it does not disappear when challenges appear. It remains steady even when everything else feels uncertain. This is the kind of foundation that cannot be shaken easily because it is rooted in something deeper than temporary situations. You may notice that you are no longer reacting to things in the same way you used to. Situations that once triggered strong emotions now pass through your life without the same intensity. This is not because you have become disconnected, but because you have become grounded. You are learning to observe rather than react, to understand rather than assume, and to move forward rather than stay stuck. There is also a sense of direction that is becoming clearer with each step you take. You may not have a complete picture yet, but you no longer feel lost. You feel guided even in the moments where you cannot explain why. This guidance is not random, and it is not something you are imagining. It is the result of your connection with me becoming stronger and more consistent. Type Amen to receive. As you continue to work in this awareness, you will begin to see how everything in your life is aligning in subtle but meaningful ways. Conversations will carry deeper meaning. Opportunities will appear at the right time, and decisions will become easier to make. This is not because life has suddenly become simple, but because you are now aligned with the flow of what has been prepared for you. There will still be challenges, but they will not have the same power over you as they once did. You will face them with a calmness that comes from knowing that you are not alone. You will move through them with a confidence that is not based on your own strength alone, but on the understanding that you are being guided and supported at every step. There is also a refinement happening in your thoughts, one that is changing the way you see yourself and your place in the world. You are no longer defining yourself by past mistakes or by the limitations that once held you back. You are beginning to see yourself through a clearer lens, one that reflects the growth and strength that has been built within you. This new perspective will influence the choices you make and the paths you choose to follow. You will begin to move toward what feels right, even if it does not make sense to others. You will trust your instincts more, and you will no longer feel the need to explain every decision you make. This is a sign that you are becoming more aligned with your purpose. There is also a deep sense of peace that is settling into your life, one that is not easily disturbed by external circumstances. This peace is not something that comes and goes. It is something that stays with you even in difficult moments. It is a reminder that you are not alone and that everything you are going through is part of a larger plan. You will also begin to notice that your patience has grown, allowing you to wait without feeling anxious or pressured. You are learning to trust timing, to understand that everything has its moment and that forcing things only creates a necessary struggle. This patience will serve you well as you continue to move forward. There is something powerful about this stage of your journey because it marks a transition from uncertainty to understanding. You are no longer questioning everything, and you are no longer searching for answers. In the same way, you are beginning to live in the answers that have been revealed to you, even if they are still unfolding. As you continue, you will see how your life begins to reflect this inner transformation. The way you speak, the way you act, and the way you carry yourself will all begin to change. This is not something you need to force. It will happen naturally as you continue to grow. There is also a protection surrounding you that is becoming more evident with time. You will begin to recognize the ways in which you are being guided away from harm and toward what is right for you. This protection is not limiting your life. It is preserving your path. You are being led into a season where your actions will carry more purpose and your steps will be more intentional. You will not feel the need to rush or to prove anything to anyone. You will move with a quiet confidence that comes from knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. Why is an NYC neuroscientist breaking this silence about a hidden brain ritual? Reports say their attorneys are trying to shut this page down after CIA-linked research revealed a brainwave method connected to attracting money. The 7C-second practice supported by 4 neuroscience labs is helping people move away from financial stress into more stable lifestyles. Many are now stepping into dream homes, driving luxury cars, and enjoying luxury vacations. If you are seeing this now, consider yourself lucky because this page may not stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. Do not allow fear to take hold as you step into this new season. Fear may try to remind you of past experiences, but it does not have control over your future. You have moved beyond those limitations and you are now working in a new level of awareness. Everything that is happening right now is part of a process that is leading you towards something greater than you can currently see. You do not need to understand every detail to trust the direction you are being led in. You only need to remain open to stay grounded and to continue moving forward with faith. There is more being revealed to you with each step, and that revelation will continue to grow as you stay aligned with me. You are not standing still and you are not moving backward. You are moving forward into something that has been prepared with care, intention, and purpose. And it will continue to unfold in ways that confirm everything you are beginning to understand.